Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
What's up, everybody? I'm Michael,
This is Steve.
and welcome to an exciting episode of Friendship. That was my best Survivor.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
We're the podcast that dares to ask, what are they hiding in them jungles?
That was a sentence.
What are they hiding in them jungles?
What the jungles? What they got? What they got in there? The jungles. Today, for a very special reason, not very special, a reason. Michael and I are discussing 1995's Congo, the movie. You can watch this on was it Pluto?
Tubi!
Tubi. Oh, Tubi. And Michael, how did you feel about this movie?
This was a movie. It was a movie that I watched. I remember this being a really good movie when I was a kid. Can I say that?
Sure. Everything seems great when you're young.
Every
idea is fresh.
Great when you're young.
First time you heard a guitar solo.
It was on Fubo. No, Fubo, you need a Prime subscription for it. I don't even know, man. I don't know how we watched it. I kind of wish we didn't, if I'm being honest. Here's the thing, right? So, the standard that we hold all things to is Jurassic Park. This is another Michael Crichton film, this is a film based off another Michael Crichton book, much like Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I wanted. I'm not mad at the monkey costume. I think they did a pretty decent job of the normal monkey.
So we watched this movie, Jennifer and I, and she was like, "When is it like a real monkey?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's never.
It's never a real monkey.
Like
Never once is not a real monkey."
She was like, "Really? Never?" And I'm like, "No." And she was like, "What about this scene?" I'm like, "Definitely not this scene."
There's never a time where that monkey's not an actor.
So real quick synopsis. We have two stories going on the internet. One is a professor at a school who has taught a monkey to use sign language and a machine that allows her to speak, so that you don't have to also speak sign language, because 1995 will take that sign language.
It's reading her hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another one is there's a company looking for diamonds, and their team is attacked by something, and the owner's son is there, and
That man does
like,
not give a shit about his son.
the woman was like, "And your son?" Yeah, kid, get that kid. Go get my son for me. And so he sends her, because there was no one better.
She's an expert.
Maybe help. Send her with help. Anyway, because
he hired Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, sure.
Best character in the whole film.
He's pretty good. And so they intersect where they are on the same plane, going to the same location, and shenanigans ensue.
Is that what we call them? Is shenanigans? You actually forgot a really pivotal plot point, and I'm disappointed in you. There's a third storyline going on in which Tim Curry, the Bulgarian,
Sure.
guy, who's been
Mhm.
looking for the sacred treasure of something,
Mhm.
is really, really trying to just help this monkey go back home, not the gold thing that he was doing before.
Yo, and just I love me some Tim Curry,
Love Tim Curry. This is
and
the
just
worst role he's ever had in his
the
life.
worst accent.
The whole thing
No
was
one had a good
horrible.
accent.
No, the whole thing was awful.
Ernie, I think, will do an accent. And his
Every bit of acting was wasted in that monkey suit. Whoever was in that monkey suit did the best.
So we had Laura Linney. She's the one that had to. She works for the company. She's from the Truman Show and Ozark,
Yeah, that
I
checks out.
believe. Ernie Hudson's obviously a famous Ghostbuster. Dylan Walsh,
Yeah.
who is best known for You Want to Take a Swing? He's a
No,
professor.
he looks like somebody.
Yeah, I'm scrolling and scrolling.
Dylan Walsh, best known for The Stepfather, The Lake House, Nip Tuck. Oh, he was the doctor in Nip Tuck. Yeah, he was one of the two doctors in Nip Tuck.
You know what I was thinking? He's Lois Lane's dad in Superman and Lois.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the movie The Lake House, only because I was trying to
And
guess
how good
a.
it was?
No, I was trying to guess a chick flick, and I couldn't remember the name of it, and I had said a lot of things that alluded to it being a horror film, but my wife finally guided me in the direction of Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
Um, Bruce Campbell's in it. I had
He
forgotten.
is. Bruce Campbell is in it for a brief moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then he
Mhm.
dies. He's the son
Yeah, he is the son. He is the son.
and the ex-love interest of the female.
Hmm.
This movie,
I like.
guys, was a movie where monkeys did things angrily, and you find out at the end it's man's fault.
It's always man's fault.
It's always man's fault.
I do like that they never like insinuated the two leads were together. I guess there was a lot of fucking shit going down, but but it never got into like,
There was
they're
no
obviously going to be
romance
together. Yeah.
other
Out of an
than the
entire
dude and
crew,
his
3
monkey.
people made it out.
The dude and his monkey were fucking.
I felt the worst for his partner. He was clearly like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Yep.
This seems dangerous.
This is a bad
I'm
idea.
not built for this life.
Multiple times. Hey, can I
Take
get out
the
of this?
monkey. I'll stay. Do you need someone to watch the lab? I'll watch the lab. I don't want to go. And he was like, stop being a bitch. And then he died. Like first, I think.
He did die. They died some gruesome deaths. Those monkeys fucking obliterated their faces.
Those monkeys had no fucking chill. They beat the shit out of Tim Curry too. Put my fucking diamonds back.
What you find out is these monkeys have essentially been taught to prevent people from stealing diamonds from the diamond mine as they're mining back in the old times, the old times.
They were
And
bred aggressive.
Those
yes.
monkeys then got super aggressive and killed everybody.
As monkeys do.
They killed everyone. There were just piles of bones everywhere. And there was lots of diamonds down there.
How did you feel about the gorilla's name was Amy, right?
Yeah.
Docile, crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about her story arc where she was just looking for some D?
Was she just looking for D or a family?
Same. That male silverback gorilla was like, yeah, you.
That was like a papa moment to me. I saw it as like a dad-daughter moment, not a. But I guess that's fair.
So to be clear, you didn't think the two gorillas would be, but the professor and the gorilla, you were like, you connected those dots.
Yeah, I was pretty confident in that.
Cool,
That
cool,
man's a
cool.
lonely man, and he's has one friend in his life.
Yes, yeah.
I hate that Cleve made me watch this movie. If I'm being honest, it was
why, man? The classic.
It was.
I think it might be the biggest budget, worst movie ever. And I say that in the fact that like one of those movies you put on because it's bad,
It just
it's
didn't.
pretty rough.
It
And it's
didn't scratch
adapted
any.
from a book.
It didn't scratch any itch I had for a film.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't excited by any of the action. There was just a lot of talking, a lot of just nonsense, things I didn't care about. I saw the monkeys for like 10 minutes.
They were rough.
I had to
They've
listen
been
to
through things.
Amy's robot voice.
You know, what about when she was like, ugly lady? ugly lady. Bad monkey. Bad monkey.
That reminds me of Bad Ape from fucking. You know what? Maybe that's what I'm ruined for, is watching all the Planet of the Ape movies and being
Mm.
like, these are so good. But they're CGI,
But
so
what
that's not
about
fair.
these though?
Could we have gotten I almost said
Can you
Michael
imagine how
Cyrus.
terrible this would have looked if we would have made CGI monkeys? It would have been
Um
10 times worse.
what's his damn name? The guy that started out not only doing like Schmeagol and doing the fucking green cap shit and then started actually doing real
Circus.
things. Yeah. Andy Serkis, thank you. What if we got Andy Serkis in that monkey suit? Who would have brought it to life?
He would have. Oh my god, he would have been good at it, and not just sitting in some grass, sitting back.
It was a lot. And there was no need for Tim Curry to have the accent he had that just didn't
Could
feel
have just
like
been undercover.
he could have, yeah. He'd have been British. I would have
Maybe it
believed
was
it.
his choice. I like to think it was his choice. He was like, "I'm gonna bring a little depth to this character." And they were like, and he was like, "I'm Tim Curry." They're like, "All right, fine. I guess you got to do it."
It's easily his worst role for me.
Let's see if we can get some trivia in here. I'm just a little curious because I should have looked this up earlier.
I'm gonna go through Tim Curry's shit while you do that, and I'm gonna find out if there's something worse than the Tim Curry
Ernie
did.
Hudson. Ernie Hudson states that the character Captain Monroe Kelly is favorite, his personal favorite in his career.
I think he did a great job in it, so I can see that.
Bruce Campbell tried to be Dr. Peter Elliott, and he was no.
I would have preferred Bruce Elliott being in the whole time. I mean, Bruce Campbell be that the whole time.
Okay, so I have two to put together. I actually did look, and I just remember. Thank God to take the moment to look. So the diamonds that were used during the scene of the climax were actually Herkimer dot Herk Herkimer borrowed from the Herkimer diamond mines of Middleville, New York. They are doubly terminated, two-ended quartz crystals that are from and only two that are only found in two places in the world. They looked enough like diamonds to where they thought it would pass. Um, as a tribute, Tim Curry's character's first name is Kirkmer, as a tribute to them. The second fact that this goes to, which excites me greatly, the diamond that was thrown out of the balloon at the end of the movie was lost, and so could not be returned to the diamond mine. Fantastic.
Can you imagine?
I don't know what I would do.
I'd fucking lose it.
How much of the budget was just losing this fucking gem? That's so great. That you know what? If any fucking fact sums up this fucking, it's that fact right there.
At the end of the day, what came of all this? She used a giant space laser that she ended up breaking. So, like, at the end of the day, what was gained from it? I guess the one goal that was accomplished was Amy got to be with the other monkeys.
Yeah, that's what all it is about, man.
So I guess
Get
like
Amy home.
at the end of the day, that was the success, and so we call it a wrap, right?
I like that those gorillas were so aggressive. They were just pushing each other and jumping in.
There were so
They're like,
many
I don't
just
give
full
a fuck.
diving into lava. That scene was nuts.
and, and not because of its quality. It didn't look good at all.
It didn't look good, but like they were just fucking swan diving into lava. Like at one point in time, there were 2 to 3 actors that were in these suits that didn't. That I thought they were just having fun, like let's fuck around and like cannonballed into lava.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody took it seriously when they were making this film, except for one person, and I think it's the guy that Cleve pointed out earlier, the assistant. And he was very serious about his role.
Yeah. Um,
Remember when they parachuted?
I do.
Remember when the doctor was essentially just constantly proving white privilege of like how nice it must be to be in your nice pretty little fucking town where you don't have to worry about shit, and then he's like, I don't understand, why are we rushing around? Why can't we just land in a fucking war-torn country and just hang out? I don't get it.
Yes. I do remember that. So I feel like we get a lot of your backstory. We get a lot of your past, what happened, to you, kind of molded. But I feel like I don't really ever get to tell any of those stories.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
So we are posting this for the anniversary of this movie.
Yeah.
This movie came out June 9th, 1995. I saw this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
So if I did the math right, let's say even if I'm off by like a month, because movies will stay in there for about a month, right?
Fair enough.
I was roughly 7 years, 8 months, and 6 days old when this movie came
There's a
out. If I
lot
went
to
to go
take
see
in
it
as a
on opening
7-year-old. Yeah.
on opening day, yeah, right, right.
A lot.
It's PG-13, but a lot going on that I got to deal with, right? This movie is an hour and 49 minutes long. The average length for a movie, especially in that year, about an hour and 20-ish minutes into, I'll say about the time that they rushed into the ruins
Uh-huh. The
and
good
shit started really going
the good
down.
part. Yeah.
I don't know what happened. We had to leave.
Oh god.
And I just remember being in the car and talking to my sister and, do you think they got out? And she was like, I'm sure they did. I'm like, but how? How did they get out? I'm like, do you do you think that Amy got to like where she was supposed to get? Do you think that she like helped fight them off? Did they kill them all? Did some of the white gorillas get away? And I did not get the answer to this question
Until now.
until I was like 10.
Oh.
Because why would this movie be around?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Wouldn't have
good.
been. Yeah.
And this has set me on a path that I feel like you've heard me say this about, but if I start something, I have to finish it. I have to know how it ends. I need to know how the story wraps up.
Yeah.
I fall asleep to TV. I have to put on things that I've seen because I've tried to just put on like a channel and an episode of something might come that I've not seen, and I'll stay up to finish the episode because when I was 7, I was pulled from a movie that was so intense for my little 7-year-old brain.
I would love to know why.
I don't even remember,
It's like
but they
some
were
dumb
like,
shit, dude. It'll be like fucking just your mom was
and
like, I'm done with it.
I'm
I
trying to
gotta
think
go.
when cell phones and what have you, right? I feel like maybe someone called the theater
That's wild.
Like they knew we were going to be at the movie theater and called us, and we had to leave. And I think it might have just been something as stupid as, God, I wonder if my mom even remembers. It might be something, because why would anybody else but me
Yeah,
remember this,
no,
right?
yeah.
Nobody else
That's
nobody else
that's
would
some
think
villain.
twice about
That's some
this.
villain origin arc shit right there.
But I'll never forget this movie because of this movie,
Gosh,
because of this shitty, terrible movie.
what
I can never put on a 25-minute show and not see how the episode ends.
what an unfortunate situation to be in too, with like a movie that did not do well. Like if it was like a super climatic, like, oh my god, this movie was amazing, and then like years later you got to see the ending and be like, fuck, that was good. But then I just imagine you coming back to watch this and being like, I think I could have lived with my life not knowing. I'm okay. I'd have been fine.
And it's not like necessarily other kids would have went out to see this, because
Right.
why would they?
Right.
So I couldn't go to school and talk
That's
about
not
it.
what you don't take your kid to go see Congo.
3 years it took before I got to answer the question, and it haunted me. And now my brain, so for 3 years, my brain just wondered what happened at the end of it, only to get the answer and go, that was fucking dumb. And from that moment forward, I have never been able to put on something, because my mom will do this thing. She'll do this thing where she's like, let's watch the first 15 minutes of a movie. And if it's no good, I'll change it. And I'm like, I can't, I can't handle that. I can't do that. So like she's come over and done that and been like, I don't like this, and flopped out and gone to something else. And I've gone when she's left and watched the rest of it,
I hate that. I need at least,
because
yeah.
my brain, and it might, I'll be honest with you, I think that might be why my imagination is vast. Is because my 7-year-old brain had to write the end of this, and I wrote so many endings.
You want to know how disappointed you should be in your mom for taking you to go see Congo? You know what else came out that same like weekish? Batman Forever,
Damn shame.
Pocahontas, Casper,
And you know what? I could have found the end of Pocahontas in Batman.
Braveheart. That probably wasn't appropriate.
Probably wouldn't have taken me to Braveheart.
Uh,
But yeah, this
mm,
movie will have a place in my heart
so fucking-
forever.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
Oh, what's funny is I remember asking to go see that one. Hard to know.
Hard.
I
No.
think maybe my mom just wanted to see. I was just around.
I remember all the time like seeing movies. I'm like, I don't know. I think it was 9 or 10 whenever I saw Titanic when it was in theaters. Do you think 9 or 10-year-old me was like, I want to see that? I had to cover my eyes. Bullshit.
Oh, fuck. What am I even here for?
Right. I didn't know that was
That
a
movie was
thing.
like 8 hours.
I didn't know it was a thing, and then my mom just started covering my eyes.
I remember my mom made me cover my eyes at the end of first Ace Ventura movie when we discovered, uh, and they turned them around, and I was like, I know, I need, I need to get to the
It
bottom of
just
that
builds
real
that
quick.
curiosity.
Yeah, and I was like, that was it. That was not a big deal. But I guess she didn't know what it was gonna show,
Fair.
and so the reaction was, "Don't look."
Fair.
But yeah, no, this movie haunted me for 3 years and has broken me psychologically. It's such a dumb fucking,
Well,
such a shitty, stupid,
we
fucking dumb
appreciate
movie.
you for sharing that with us, Cleve. Let us know down below if you guys have also been crippled by a movie mentally, and how that makes you feel.
Yeah, childhood trauma is real, man.
Let us know about your childhood trauma. Dump it on us. Uh, make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. Follow down below. We have episodes coming out every week. Let us know what your favorite part of Congo was, if you ever saw it. If not, let us know what Michael Crichton book should have been a movie. Is there other Michael Crichton books? Surely he's like a popular.
Gotta be right.
I'm sure. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve. When the moon's full, all the gorillas fuck.